Good morning. Today we're going to do an air fuel adjustment. This is being done on a 2005 1200 Sportster. These are CV carburetors. They're all the same. There's a screw at the bottom. You adjust it clockwise. That lessens your fuel. You adjust it counterclockwise and that opens the idle circuit. All right, this is your standard CV carburetor that comes on Sportsters, on most Harley Davidsons. Here's where your linkage is. Here's where your breather hooks up to. This is how it sits on your motorcycle. This is what goes to your intake. And here is your brass inlet. With that, to adjust the idle air mixture screw, this is it. Counterclockwise, it should be at like no more than 2, probably 1 3/4. Sometimes there'll be a brass plug which you just drill, put a screw and pull out, but most times the plug will be gone. They're getting old, these carbureted bikes. So now clockwise will lessen the fuel. Now I'm using this to show me that that's where the full turn is. 1. So that's 1 3/4 heavy. So now I want to try it at 2. 1, you see where that is. 2. Now that would be more fuel, and that's how it's done. Here is a carburetor just to show you. We're going to put this aside and now go to the motorcycle. This would be the carburetor that's behind here. We need to get to this screw. So now let's put this aside. Now in the mirror, you can see that's the spot right there. So what you want to do is, as you look to the side, you're there. Now we gotta turn it. You can feel where that index on the screwdriver is. Now you want to turn it clockwise and count. That's 1. That's 1 1/2. Okay, let's bring it. That's a half out. 1 out. 1 1/2. That's 1 1/2. Now let's start her up. Ignition's on. Motorcycle's in neutral. You see it from here, right there. Now you might want to fool around with it. Usually, rule of thumb is if you're at 2 1/2, there's a good chance you got too small of an idle jet. I like to be at 1.5 to 2. If you go a little over 2 turns out, so be it. Remember, clockwise lessens the fuel. Counterclockwise adds the fuel. What I like to do is just go in there with a screwdriver that got an index. I'm very happy with that. All right, what we did was I turned it in clockwise. 1. That's 1 5/8. So let's make it 1 3/4. 1. 1.5. 1 3/4. That's 1 3/4. This is what I just showed you on the bike. Like I said, when that screw was open 2 turns out, there was a lot of black smoke. It ran a little rough. At 1 5/8, I believe that is the sweet spot. Now it's for you to see how your bike runs and just toy with it a little bit. Usually it takes me, I do a 3-day, which is 3 test rides, and then I'm done. I'm done adjusting it. Or you go back in and change the starter jet. Depends on the bike. If you have any questions, just ask. And if you could, please, thumbs up and subscribe. Like I said, any questions, just ask. Have a great day, and thank you.